Yo everyone, it's Darmin and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. In this video, we're going to talk about the giveaway, but mostly we're going to talk about a middle end tier deck that most people can get / use. First of all, the giveaway. It is coming up today. If you were watching this, I've already selected a winner, and congratulations to the winner. No more entering, please. Stop commenting on that video. But yeah, it was really fun to do, and I hope that you guys want to do more giveaways in the future. I have the wedding coming up, obviously, so it's going to be a while, a couple weeks. But I did want to say thank you for watching this content, so I can do giveaways. That's very appreciative, and you guys are super awesome. Now let's get into the meat of what this video is all about, and it's about a deck that can get you between, I'd say, mission level 20 to maybe 35, 40 at the latest. I would probably say 35 at the latest. These are all cards that you can either farm from Legendary Duelists by beating their level 40 or 30 leveled forms. You can get from the card trader, or you get them by unlocking the characters. And by level 25, I'd say, you should have everyone unlocked. You should have Mako, Bandit Keith, Odeon, Ishizu. Well, we can't have Pegasus yet because the event is still canceled, or, I mean, suspended, I guess is a better word. So all these cards, while being mostly SR and UR, you can get without opening any packs. No packs necessary. Obviously, this is more like of a sample deck, I would say. I used this exact deck except for a couple DAC. I heard myself say DAC, and I was like, it needs to be addressed because that was awful. These are mostly the cards I used. I definitely used, oh my goodness, okay, I thought I wasn't recording for a moment. I used the Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl strat for the longest time, Bazoo. But I did have alternates like 4-star Ladybug of Doom, I had Shard of Greed, I had a bunch of other ones. But this is almost what it was like without any packs open. So if you want to use a deck similar to this in the middle of the game between mission levels 20 and 40, around there, this is what it could look like. These are all from the card trader, all from the, I've already said all this, disregard. Let's talk about each card individually. So Dark Magician Girl you get by unlocking Teo, which is, I think, mission level 7? Maybe 7, 8, or 9. It's somewhere in there you unlock Teo. And she gives you Dark Magician Girl. As you can see, with every Dark Magician in the graveyard, you can get powerful. So if you started the game extremely early, within the first couple of weeks, I believe, you were given a free Dark Magician. And if you started as Yugi, you get another one. So you can have 2, and if you farmed more from Yugi, obviously you could have more. But if you started with Kaiba, you only got 1. Otherwise, when you unlocked Yugi, you got your first Dark Magician. So there are 2 Dark Magicians, and I don't have it in this deck, but if you maybe you have a Wicked Flameberg Bow. I'm missing a word in that card, but you discard a card to activate it, and if you discard maybe Dark Magician and put the sword on Dark Magician Girl, you're just powering her up even more. Same with Wonder Balloons, you're debuffing your opponent while you're discarding Dark Magician, you're powering up Dark Magician Girl. So cards that discard are very helpful in this kind of deck if you have opened a pack that maybe has given you one of those. So that was my strategy early on in the game. It was power up Dark Magician Girl and get rid of Dark Magician. And if I could pull a Dark Magician onto the field, that was perfect. But it didn't always happen. Twin Barrel Dragon is the second UR card I think you should buy from the card trader. I definitely think you should get Ryoku first, but we'll go over that in a little bit because I don't know why the order. It goes monsters and the spells and whatever. So as you can read, once you summon this, it can destroy literally any card the opponent controls. It could be a field spell, it could be a spell or trap card, it could be a monster. It can be anything you want it to be. This card, while very luck dependent, you need 2 heads out of 2. So it's like a very, not small chance. I'm not good at probability. It's like less than 20. It's probably, so if it's heads or tails, it's 50-50 on each one. So 50% chance times 50% chance is like a 25% chance. Is that how probability works? I have no idea. have one or two of these in your deck. That's fine. You probably want one to start off with, but definitely Ryoku first. You can also get Blue Dragon Summoner from the card trader. I like this mostly because, you know what, I would not have, disregard, don't put him in your deck. I had alternates. I had a Blue Eyes White Dragon and an Axe Raider, but I digress. This is still a good card. This is still a good card if you have, as you can see, a dragon, a warrior, or a spell. No, it did work. Disregard. Dark Magician is a non-effect monster. So, Blue Dragon Summoner does work on a normal spellcaster type. Oh, I'm tripping over my words again today. If this is destroyed, you can get a Dark Magician from your deck, and then if you have Wonder Balloons, just get rid of it. So that's what I did. Dark Magician, Blue Dragon Summoner combo. Whoop-de-whoop-de-doo-doo. That's what happens when I can't remember what cards do. I use Mystical Beast Cerberus because you can get him from the card trader, and he can get powerful. Yes, he's a farming card, but if you have multiple cards, spell cards, I usually have actually more spells than traps, but I couldn't pick any more spells that you could get from traders and stuff that I had. This is what I had, and so I'm gonna just show you these ones. I'm sure if you're opening packs, you will have more spell cards than these. So Mystical Beast Cerberus, you can pump up full of spell cards and just get them really, really tough. And then you can I don't know. I was gonna say, I've already forgotten what I was gonna say. Oh my goodness, this is the time I wish I had editing powers. Let's just skip over Cerberus, guys. And then go into Bazoo the Soul Eater. Oh my goodness, I don't think I've messed up my words that much ever in a video. But Bazoo the Soul Eater, I like this guy because just like Mystical Beast Cerberus, you can pump him up full of attack power. If you have a lot, like maybe you have a bunch of Dark Magicians in the graveyard, or I don't know, Mystical Beast Cerberus somehow got sent there, you can banish them just to power him up. And he can get up to 2,500 attack. So early on, Bazoo is super duper awesome. Kind of like Flash Assailant. He was, I think, the first and only time I've ever used 3 of 1 card in a deck. As you can see, his base stats are 2,000 for both attack and defense. But if you hold a lot of cards in your hand, obviously he's going to be very not powerful. That's why you have cards that can discard cards. Say that 5 times fast. Wonder Balloons, Wicked Flameberg, Bow, those cards, discard cards, and you can get your hand to literally 0 pretty dang quick, especially with Wonder Balloons, and that will keep Flash Assailant super powered up at 2,000 attack early on. That's super helpful. We've gone over Dark Magician. You get him from Yugi. If you started playing Duel Links early enough, you did get an extra one, and you can farm them from Yugi. So using those to power up Dark Magician Girl, that was the basis of my strategy for the middle of the game, up until probably rank 35, 36, around there. I think the NPC duelist actually powered up from 33 to 39. I think around the level 39 is when I stopped using this deck. Now we can talk about Ryoku. This is the end-all be-all card from the card trader. We've talked about this before, but basically what this card does is allows you to do whatever your damage is directly to your opponent. So if we have a Dark Magician Girl who has 2,000 attack, and they have a Blue Eyes White Dragon which has 3,000 attack. If you use this, you'll power up your Dark Magician Girl to 3,500 attack, which brings your Blue Eyes White Dragons, your opponents I should say, down to 1,500. So you're still doing 2,000 damage of LP, of life points. Oh my goodness. End this video already. You can use this also if you need to get a super high defense monster off the field. Less offensive obviously, but it works still. I like this card just because it gets the damage done. It's a beautiful card. I can't talk more about it. It's super fantastic. I'm gonna readjust and get a little comfy. Maybe that's what's wrong with me. Just not very comfy. Mystical Beast Cerberus, obviously, if you use Wonder Wand on it, you're going to actually gain 1,000 attack. But it also benefits Dark Magician Girl, Dark Magician. It also benefits Blue Dragon Summoner. So a Wonder Wand early on I find to be super helpful. And if you have extra monsters on the field, you can send this to get 2 extra cards, and that's pretty dang helpful. That also if maybe you have a Wonder Wand on a Dark Magician, send that to the graveyard and you get a Dark Magician Girl and you power it up and blah blah blah. It works, trust me, I used it a lot. Embodiment of Apophysis, this card you get from unlocking Odeon, which you play at 150 trap cards unlocks Odeon. And this is a pretty swell card because, as you can see, it's a trap card but also a monster card, so you can tribute it. It's very handy. It's got good defense stats, and it's got comparable attack. At 1600, it ties with Bazoo, so it's pretty good. Now, Skull Dice you can get from farming Joey. Now, I would recommend having either one Skull Dice or one Graceful Dice, both which drop from Joey. But this is a random card. You can go anywhere from 100 to 600 attack or defense, depending, well, 100 or 600 attack and defense down, I should say. Let's roll the sleeves up and get a little bit even more comfortable. This is a last-ditch trap card, or if you have Graceful Dice, it's a last-ditch spell card, I guess. It's very helpful if you are like just trying to close the gap between you and your opponent in terms of attack or defense. It's just very helpful. I kind of prefer Skull Dice over Graceful Dice, but your mileages may vary. You may prefer Graceful Dice. Reverse Trap, another farmable card, and you get this one from Odeon. Now this one combined with Flash Assailant is just too good, because for every card in your hand after you play Reverse Trap, you actually gain 400 attack. So if you hold on to a lot of cards and have Reverse Trap on the field, and then, you know, put a Flash Assailant in defense mode, it's got 0 defense. Or you could put it to attack if you're feeling risky. Play Reverse Trap, and you can get up and over 5,000. Well, 4,000 is probably more apt. So you can get a lot of damage done that way. That is basically what this deck is. It's either Dark Magician Girl and powering her up, or Flash Assailant and powering him up. Those are your two options. I'm gonna skip Metalmorph for a second because I just want to talk Jar Greed. Draw 1 card. It's a card trader card. Get it. Early game, it's helpful because if you don't pull Shard of Greed, you don't have any way to get extra cards, unless you have maybe I was gonna say Wonder Wand, but then I backed completely out. So Wonder Wand, more card drawing. Lastly, we'll go over Metalmorph. You know, this card is just like a not last ditch effort, but a last line of surprising your opponent. They could be attacking you, and if 300 is enough, you can just pop this up, destroy their monster, and with the added benefit of taking half of their attack and adding it onto your own, Metalmorph is a good trap card for just gaining more power. And that's basically what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is all about, just getting more power, just taking all the power. You can pick any character you want. I would just pick Bandit Keith because early on with Switcheroo to get any card you need, or another chance to get any card you need, is super helpful. There are obviously a lot more, like if you didn't open a pack ever, there are plenty of other cards you could use, but I'm sure you've opened packs and you can make a better deck than the one I've just showcased. If you have Shard of Greed, there you go. Take away the 2 trap. No, we don't have any connection. Perfect. I didn't want to connect anyway. If you have Shard of Greed, you don't need the 2 Jar of Greeds, obviously. So that would work better, and then you'd have room for 1 more card. Maybe you don't have Wonder Balloons or Wicked Breaking Flamebird. Those cards, you make the deck the way you want to make it. I'm just giving you kind of a sample of how I played during the middle of the game. And I had some people ask to make a deck, not for early on, but for middle tier free-to-play players. So that was my advice to you guys. And if it helped you, I hope you share with your friends because they may need help too. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video, which in a couple of hours should be the giveaway video. I hope you guys won. Good luck, guys. Bye.